Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. My name is Melissa, and I want to say happy May, you guys. It is May 1st, 2024, and let's celebrate. This is my birth month, so happy May. So, I'm going to do a debt update, you guys. I'm not very excited about this, but I need to get it done, so let's jump in. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you for clicking on this video. I hope May is bringing me some good vibes. I can feel it. I'm getting some good vibes. I am on the Move Your Body May challenge with Tara from over at Journey to Wisdom and Wealth. Go check her out if you have not seen or been to her channel. She's amazing. So we're doing a Move Your Body challenge. I already got my workout in for the first workout day of May. So anyway, this is nothing about workout, but I'm just talking about the good vibes. We can talk about the good vibes, right? But anyway, you guys, let's talk about how our debts went for the month of April. So there is a few bit of changes, and April came in with a bang and it went out with a bang. So let's talk about it. My first debt up is my Venus card. I have not used that card. I am looking at their catalog because I'm thinking about getting some new pieces for this month and into the summer, but I'm not quite sure yet. So I haven't touched that card. Carters, I have not, but I do know that in the month of May, I'm going to have to get the kids it's kind of like spring clothes into summer clothes because they hit a growth spurt in the winter. And now that it's nice out again, none of their stuff from last year is fitted. So we're going to have to use this Carter's card in the month of May. Next up is my famous Footwear card. And here we go. This is the first one. So this was paid off last month or in the month of March. It was fully paid off. I was not using the card, but I did need to get my little girl some new sneakers. Like I said, she, between her and my son, they have hit a growth spurt, so they need new things. So we went to Famous Footwear. We started with a balance of 0 on this card, and I bought 2 pairs of sneakers for her for $99.37. So that is what our new balance is for this card. This will be paid off in the month of May. I did buy them at the end of April. This is why I actually didn't pay this balance off, but this will be gone. Next up is my Chase card. So I haven't done anything on this card in the month of April. So this card has been paid off now for a few months, and I have not charged anything to it as of yet. I think I'll try to charge something to it this month in the month of May just to get some activity on the card, but I'm going to make sure, and I'm telling myself right now, as much as I'm putting it out there, that whatever I charge on this card I'm not going to try to carry it over into the month of June. I just need to get some activity on the card so they don't close the card or reduce my available credit, because you do know if that happens, my credit will take a hit, and I can't afford to have that happen. All right, next up is my Marcus card, and this card did get some usage on there in the month of March. Also, I started out the month with a 0 balance, but I ended up charging $1,272.12 to this card, and that is what the new balance is. So this is what happened. I did need to go see a periodontist. As you get older, like I was telling you guys in my last video, you have to take care of your smile. So not only do you need to take care of your body and watch your health, you also need to take care of your smile, because as you get older, I am in my 40s. I'm actually turning 43 at the end of this month. I am a Gemini baby. As you get older, your bones start to deteriorate, and not only your bones in just your body, arms, legs, everywhere else, but also your mouth. So everything, your mouth where your teeth resides, the bones that hold your teeth, they also start to deteriorate. So I was feeling a little kind of, difference in my teeth, and I went into my dentist, and that was out of her scope. So she recommended me to a periodontist, which I did see twice in the month of March, and they are out of network for my insurance. I did meet with them, and I like them. And I have a fear of doctors and dentists on a whole. So for me to be comfortable with someone, I'm going to stick with them. So anyway, I did meet and had two treatments. Well, first I had an evaluation, and then I had a treatment. I did a deep cleaning and scaling. And they're going to see, they took x-rays and stuff like that. But anyway, it is out of network for my insurance. But what they do what they do, they submit all the stuff to the insurance, and the insurance is going to send me a check. Now the problem is that I don't know if the insurance is going to pay 100% or if they're just going to pay 80%, which is what they did the last time I had an appointment at the dentist and I had to charge it. We will see. I did check their website. They haven't received the claim as yet. But anyway, I paid $600 for the deep cleaning, and which is the scaling and planing. I think that's what they call it. And then the $260, an additional $260 was just for the x-rays and the consult. That's how expensive they are. So a total of $820 was for the periodontist that I'm looking to be reimbursed. Now, the rest of that is stuff that I ended up charging my plane tickets to go to Jamaica at the end of the month for our girl's sister birthday trip. So that's where all that monies came from. I'm going to pay off the plane tickets, and I'm going to leave the balance for when the insurance reimburses me. All right, so that's the Marcus card. Next up is my Capital One number 2 card. I started out the month of, not March, I started out the month of April with $1,589.49. This card is at a 26.47%. There was a $35 minimum payment on this card. I didn't make any extra payment. I did charge $657.17 that has not been paid back to this card as of the recording of this video. Or as of, I can't even say the recording of this video because I am recording this in the month of May, because it is May 1st. But as of yesterday, April 30th, I have not paid back $657.17. I did use this card to pay my cell phone bill, and I used it to pay my internet bill. And there was a part of it, I ended up going to get groceries. You guys will see that on my paycheck number 2. I did get a few groceries because I didn't have any more cash. But the majority of this was my phone bill and my internet bill. So my phone bill was $300 and my internet bill was $100 and something. You guys will see that when I close out the budget. But there was a $38.42 interest charge that hit this card. I think it was on the 2nd of April, and because I did carry a balance over from March. I am ending the month with $2,250.08. So, all right, let's go down to the next one. Is my Apple Card. Now, my Apple Card started at $1,876.95. It is at a 27.24%. There was a $25 minimum payment. I did additional purchases of $42.31. There was an interest charge that hit on the 1st of April at $27.33, and I'm ending the month of April with $1,921.59. So $42, I ended up getting gas yesterday. So that's why that's there. So I did pretty good with this Apple Card. Whatever was charged, because I did use this card quite a few times in the month of April. But as you can see, whatever was charged was mainly paid back. So go me. Now, Mattress Firm is the next one that's up. I started out at $2,660. This has no interest on there. It is a 0%, but the minimum payment is $67. No extra payment, no purchases, no interest, of course. And I ended the month at $2,593 even. All right, next one up is my Discover card. I did pretty good on this one too. So I started the month at $5,642.99. This card is my highest interest card, 29.99%. I had a minimum payment of $168 due in the month, which was paid. I didn't make any extra payment. There was no purchases, so another yay me. But there was $75.34 in interest that hit, and I ended the month at $5,550.33. All right, moving on. Next one is my Capital One number one card. I didn't do bad on this card either. I started out at $13,787.63. My interest rate is 28.15%. The minimum payment was not actually $333. So you're seeing $333 here, but I couldn't get my formula to line up, so I changed the minimum payment. So the minimum payment for this card was $475. That was our minimum payment, but I do use this card throughout the month, and I do make the payments. So I use the cards and I made the payment. So whatever payment I made to this card satisfied my minimum payment. So I just didn't bother. So this card is actually just neutralized. So $333.82 is the payment that I made. I got $2.83 in cash back that I applied directly to the balance. There was no purchases. And the interest, as you can see, is what I paid. So the interest that was charged to the card was $333.82, and that's all I paid. I paid the interest amount because I needed to get the balance back down, and that's all. I didn't make the full payment. So when the interest hit the card, I think it was the 3rd of April, I went ahead and paid that. So I'm ending at $3,000. Ooh, that would be nice. I'm ending at $13,784.80. So that's a couple dollars down from where I started. So this is very good. I feel very good about this one because I didn't use 3 cards that I didn't charge anything extra to. So I call that a win. Next up is my student loan. Now this one I'm only paying down the balance. I started at $1,555.56. It is at a 5% interest rate, $40 minimum payment. I lost $4.14 in interest, so I am at a balance of $1,519.70 as of the end of the month. Next up is my 401k loan. I started a month at $13,756.07. This is at a 6% interest rate. So I did mention this. My 401k only updates this once per month. So when I went in, March was my magic month. So as you can see here, my minimum payment is $442, and there's extra payment of $221. Why? March was my magic month. So because they only update it once per month, that magic month really technically happened in April for them. So there was technically 3 paycheck payments because this comes directly out of my paycheck. So this was 3 paycheck payments. Say that 3 times. And I just put the extra $221. I just put the $221 in the extra payment. There was $65.86 in interest that went back to me. I did see that is true. It goes back to me. And I ended the month at $13,158.93. Now I'm planning to do something with this 401k loan in the month of May. I'm not sure how it's going to pan out, but when it actually comes to fruition, I will let you guys see what it is and we will talk about it then. But just bear in mind and stay tuned for that. I am planning to do something special with this 401k. Okay? Next up is OneMain. OneMain kind of took a back seat this month, only because monies were tight. So I started out at $14,241.27. This is at a 24.99%. I only made a payment of $253.98. Why? Because I rerouted the money to somewhere more important. And I just pulled back the second half of the payment. But I should have just gone ahead and done it because I lost $227.46 out of that payment to interest. So look at that. Technically, only about $30 came off the principal. So I ended the month of April at $14,214.75. And this hurts my heart, but we're just going to move on. Next up is Lending Club, and Lending Club is coming down nicely. I started at $23,060.94. It is at a 18.74%. Minimum payment, $1,059.22. There was no extra payment. There was no purchases. I lost $288.11 in interest, and I ended the month $22,289.83. So what I do realize every time I make a payment now, depending on when I make the payment, which I'm trying to make the payment early, because the earlier I make the payment, the less I pay in interest, right? So I'm trying my best to cut down the amount of days because this is a simple interest loan and it gets charged daily. So I'm trying to cut down the amount of days in between my payments just so I don't pay that much in interest. Next up is my auto loan. I started out at $39,110.77. This is at a 6.19%. My minimum payment is $939.23. I lost $171.98 in interest, and I ended the month at $38,343.52. So, all right, let's talk about our amounts, okay? So, in the end of March, I ended at $117,281.67. I made a total amount of minimum payment, $3,363.25. There was $223.83 in extra payment. I put some purchases on these things, right? $2,070.97. I lost some interest, $1,232.46. That's a lot. That's more than my minimum payment for this Lending Club loan. But anyway, I am now in the $116,000 range. I ended at $116,998.02. All right, so that's not bad. That's not a lot of movement, but it's movement nonetheless, right? So my debt progress. In the month of October in 2023, I was at $123,217.48. This month, what it works out to be is that I paid $283.65. That is only a 0.24% paid this month. I understand. It's because I ended up charging some stuff on the cards. And my overall debt reduction is $6,219.46. And overall paid percentage is 5.05%. So it's not terrible. It's not great, but it's not terrible. I did take a couple steps back on the grand scheme of things. So because I did have some things charged to my cards and they ended up, the month actually closed out before I was able to pay these. It's looking bad. But one thing I can say is that my interest, so I remember you guys, I was telling you the last time that I'm tracking my interest from the month of March to the month of April, the amount that I've lost in interest has gone down. So I lost $1,346.30 last month, which is the month of March. And April, I'm down to $1,232.46. So that is amazing, you guys. That is amazing to see. Like I said, it's not much. Let's do a quick calculation here. It's not much, but it is something to talk about. So $113, yeah, I'll still take it. If I was able to pay my OneMain, it would have been better. But you guys, it's small progress. Small steps, small progress into the right direction. I'm not going to give up. I was feeling very, very, it was hurting my head. It was hurting my head and I was starting to stress myself out. But when I put it in here and see the progress that I am still making, even though, it's not a big step. It's not a big step, it's a small hop. It's a small hop, but I will take it. So you guys, how did your debt progress go for the month of April? Please chat with me in the comment section below. I would love to see or would love to hear about how you guys did for the month of April. If you took some steps back like I did, don't beat yourself up. If you had big leaps, I would love to celebrate with you. I appreciate you guys from watching. Before you go, you guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We are doing very good. I appreciate you guys each and every time you come in and watch a video and come back for the next one. So you guys, my name is Melissa, and I'll talk to you guys next time.